I think it's a change in America to most people around the world to feel that, oh, wait, if I go to America and I express a mild opinion about their foreign policy in my own student paper, or maybe on a stage or maybe somewhere else, I could be, without any warning to me, accosted by 6 people on the street, thrown into a van, and taken out of the country.
Oh, come on,
right?
accosted.
Oh, let me finish.
Don't load the
I think that's a strain. I think that's a new idea for a lot of people, that America is that type of country. I think that Donald Trump's purpose is to turn America into that type of country. I think that that's bad. I think it makes the country smaller. I think it makes the country worse. I think it's a violation of most of the values that I grew up with as an American. And that's my view of what's happening in the country. Now, if you want to say, hey, I don't like free speech for foreign nationals who are in the country who express mild opinions about other countries' foreign wars, then that's your prerogative. It's a big difference between us that you don't like free speech in that way.
I mean, that's loaded language, right?
Yeah, all the language you're using is pretty loaded.
Well, you keep using adjectives to describe things, to diminish one thing while exacerbate or exaggerate something else.
I do use the English language to express my thoughts and opinions.
On Tim Pool's show, comedian Adam Conover performed rather brilliantly in their debate.
I don't like the idea that people come to this country and then try and tell us how to do, how to live our lives.
You're not for free speech. I understand.
I think American citizens have self-determination and sovereignty. And I will say this even of the Canadians who keep coming here and they keep getting involved in our politics. I'm friends with some of them, but I think it's fair to say that there is an issue with Canadians, largely conservatives, who come to this country and then start advocating for conservative values in a country they're not from. Canada, as a bordering nation with a largely overlapping culture, is a morally different question, but still applies in much the same way principally. So I do take issue with foreigners coming to my country.
It's a nice white country, so we like it.
Canada's they call it what, the most multicultural country in the world, I think.
So this is a country where if you're from another country and you're in America, don't say anything about our politics, or you could be forcibly removed from the country. You're comfortable with America being that kind of country.
Marginally.
That's something that's like that's a value of yours. Those are your values.
See, you're doing it again.
No, I'm trying to understand what you actually believe.
Yeah, I'd say marginally it's a good,
because I think that's a point of distinction. Like it's useful in a conversation like this to be like, okay, I have my value, you have your value, and my value is like, I really like it when people say what they think about any country's politics.
I want everyone to notice something here very quickly. Pool is too cowardly to admit that he does not actually value constitutionally protected free speech, because he is in favor of not having it whole and complete, okay? He would try, and this was the theme, he would try to wiggle out of it over and over again.
I think I said it like 6-7 times.
Uh-huh.
You're a guest in our country, adhere to the rules. That's it. That includes conservative Canadians, conservative Brits. That's Carl Benjamin. That's Paul Joseph Watson. That's Viva Fry. That's Seth Rogen. And it's also
okay. So all those people
they got deported, I'd say,
should not speak about American national interests, like the Suez Canal. We shouldn't say the Panama Canal, or like is Puerto Rico a state or not? Visa. They should not speak about American politics.
You can speak about what you want, but speech has consequences.
Is this really, and I mean really, the position you want to advocate for? On second thought, this could very well be the position he will advocate for, though they claim to be duped. Pool, like Dave Rubin, Benny Johnson, and others, made an absolute killing from Tenet Media, a pro-Trump supergroup that was allegedly funded by Russia. Pool would rake in $100,000 per episode for a weekly show per prosecutors. For the record, we should mention Pool, who has more than 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube and 2 million plus followers on Twitter, would state, should these allegations prove true, I, as well as the other personalities and commentators, were deceived and are victims. Never at any point did anyone other than I have full editorial control of the show, and the contents of the show are often apolitical.
I'm just trying to.
This is a popular majority.
I'm just trying to make sense of your position around free speech, because you agree with me about all the past things in America that you're talking about. Kent State, you're talking about George Carlin and all these other things, and these were bad abrogations of free speech.
Indeed, deportation is not a murder. You're going home. I'm giving you a ride home.
But
if you came to my house, I let you in the door. I said, you can hang out tonight. And you started talking to my brother. I say, bro, I'm going to give you a ride home. I don't think you should be here. That's not an affront to someone's sovereignty or free speech. It's like the worst thing that happened to you is I gave you a ride home. Oh, I'm going to cry. She's going home. What's the problem? Home's nice. She was here conditionally. We said, hey, we kind of think you're being we're going to give you a ride home. That's it.
I mean, when I get a ride home,
Kent State,
6 guys don't normally shove me into a van and then my family doesn't know where I am.
Insane example. Insane. We're just giving them a ride home. That's all we're doing. You know, if you come into my house and you disrespect my brother, I'm going to say, I'm giving you a ride home, and I drive you home. I'm actually providing a service. That is beautifully dumb. My God, how obtuse. Comparing someone disrespecting you and you driving them home, and I have to think in this example, he's saying a maximum of 15 minutes, let's say, in comparison to people who are working for the state, receiving tax money to go into people's spaces, put them in handcuffs, throw them in the back of a cruiser, and take them to a building where a lot of times their lawyers don't even know where they are, and imprison them for days, weeks, or months on end, or maybe they'll get sent to a foreign gulag, is insane to compare just offering someone a ride home. Crazy. And this is another thing that shows Poole's blind spots. He would also say that he doesn't believe that these people are getting manhandled or they're being taken advantage of or being abused. Then what do you call it? What Tim Poole wants is a degree of bending the knee and nationalism. He does not believe in people expressing their free speech rights. And he would try to wiggle out of it again by saying there has to be consequences. Sure, there has to be consequences. Or if you're Shiloh Hendricks, there are none. You get rewarded. I agree that some speech has to have consequences, but I think it's more so having to do with guilt and shame, not penning an opinion piece about a foreign government. Like the disconnect is just jarring. But I think what troubles me the most is I wanted to see the reaction from Tim Poole's audience. And to say that I was severely let down just trying to see how someone like Adam Conover or a Sam Cedar or an Emma Vigeland or anybody will go in there and try and decipher right from wrong and moral principles, leftist policies. More importantly, fact-checking what Tim Poole had to say, expounding upon something that he says, having him explain it, failing to, and it being completely lost on the audience is beyond troubling. Beyond. Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised. This is the audience that he has. But to see it, and how many people are saying, oh, Adam ruined the show, ha ha ha. Wild times on the internet. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.